All right, the final one, the iPhone Air. The thinnest iPhone ever at 5.6 millimeters and 165 grams in weight. Now, we all thought it was going to be called the iPhone 17 Air.
Yeah.
It's not. We're still going to be calling it that, I'm sure, by mistake. Something we were expecting, seeing it in hand. What are your thoughts? Start with you, Danny.
Oh man, the feel is different. I think it's because we've seen other thin phones before, but I think that slight curve that we get on that, it just feels so much thinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just feels amazing in the hand, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
What about you?
I think the weight is the first thing. Like I said, we've seen thinner phones this year, and light they were light too. But this one felt really light. I felt like I was really cautious when I grabbed it. I was like, oh, I need to really hold this because it just felt lighter than what I thought it would be. I definitely like the black one though. I think that's to me that's the best color for all of them. But I like the feel. I like the fact that it's also 6.5 inches.
Yeah,
for
display.
which is
right.
nice. It's like
and the titanium feels.
yeah.
Grade 5 titanium. So now it's going to be the only one with titanium. I agree. The feel is really good. I think the curves really do help towards it. There are going to be people saying, yeah, but it's not fully thin because the camera module is thicker than 5.6 millimeters.
Please.
But that's what everything is in, like all the chip and everything, all of that has been moved up to that area. Sky blue, light gold, cloud white, as well as a space black. Now the light gold version, I mean, I don't know if it was the lighting, but it just looked the same as I couldn't tell the difference.
It was hard. I was shooting it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And then I thought, is this the same one?
Yeah,
and
it's just the
I had to ask the Apple guy. I'm like, look, is this the same color? He's like, no, it's not. And then you can just tell a slight hue difference. But
Now, I wonder if it's just purely because of the lighting, right? Because we're in Steve Jobs Theater, big bright white lights. I wonder, but my first impressions were that color just doesn't. Space black, I agree with you. However, fingerprints.
I mean,
Yeah, that's the only thing.
You
we
live
need
with it.
we need that grease paper to put it on the back. Before we came on here, we used some grease paper on our noses, and we were very shocked.
yes.
So maybe we can use those for the fingerprints on the back of the black iPhone Air. Now, display again, 3000 nits. It's got ceramic shield 2 at the front and ceramic shield, the first generation, at the back,
yeah.
right, with titanium. So it's supposed to be quite durable. So even though it's thin, and I know you mentioned that it kind of feels like, is this going to be quite fragile? But
Yeah.
it looks like it is going to be quite durable. I'm sure Zach will be testing that out, so we'll have to see. A19 Pro as well, and it's got the N1 chip, which is going to bring Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, as well as 5G connectivity. That's across the board as well. 18 megapixel center stage camera, 48 megapixel single fusion camera. Now that's the only thing for me.
That's what I asked you guys. It's like single camera. How do you feel about that? Or do you think that because this is targeting a very different audience, right?
Yeah.
This is not the pro user or the camera head that basically wants as many lenses as possible. Do you think this will work well for at least the average, iPhone user who wants something different, something light, something unique? Because again, compared to the other iPhones, this is a very different look too as well.
very.
Right?
So I know people who have an iPhone who don't even know it's got an ultra-wide camera.
See, there you
Which
go.
is crazy to me, because that's the only thing I would miss.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the, you know.
Personally, that would be the reason. That would be a deal breaker for me because I do use the ultra-wide camera a lot. So that's the only reason why I couldn't daily that as a primary. It would have to be the pros for me.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, I think it's going to be fine. I think just having that new phone, right, the new iPhone, that's different, that's thin, I think it's going to be quite popular, but for a certain demographic.
Battery. Where do you guys think that battery will land? Because I think that's the biggest question. And also, like, those are the questions I've already started seeing. Just people asking me on socials, like, how's the battery? I was like, I don't know. I mean, like, I know what it's stated, but I haven't used it in that regard. Where do you think that will land? Because we're talking about all day battery life, right? But
27 hours of video playback, which, I mean, because it's got the A17 Pro. I mean, sorry, A19 Pro. A19 Pro.
Wow.
Editor, cut. Because it's got the A19 Pro, I'm not sure why these guys are laughing randomly out of nowhere after this cut. But anyway, A19 Pro, very efficient. And it's also got the C1X modem, which is, again, more efficient. N1 chip, again, efficient.
Think about that. This is a full Apple SoC from top to bottom, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, modem, and processor. Fully Apple.
Everything Apple.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine.
So which
but
means
they,
it's more tight knit.
But they also did make the MagSafe battery for it to make it go to 40 hours. So
Which-
maybe that was intentional, or maybe
Which brings it in line with the Pro Max,
Right.
17 Pro Max. So that's something that I think a lot of people will probably be getting if they do get it. But again, it depends on the usage. With the S25 Edge, for example, right? That's the comparable model. The battery life was okay, but for us who are heavy users, wouldn't take us through the day. We'd probably need to top up around 7 p.m. Is that going to be the same thing with here because it's got the A19 Pro? I don't know. We'll have to see. We're going to have to wait and see.
that'll be interesting.
Now, one thing with the iPhone Air is that it is eSIM only worldwide. So all regions, only eSIM. You're not going to get a physical SIM card version. Now, I know you guys here in America are used to that. I am not. So it probably doesn't make a difference to you guys. The only thing that I guess most people don't change their phones as much as we do, right?
No.
The only thing that I like about when I've got a SIM card, I just pop it out and pop it into another phone, right?
Yeah.
How is that experience using an eSIM?
I mean, it's like I said, it's been easier. The cool thing about it is that you can store up to 8 SIMs at once. I'm saying on your iPhone. The other thing too is that you've got better SIM management tools. So, for instance, I'm coming to the UK, and I pick up a local SIM. I can set it up where once I leave the country, automatically turns off my SIM, and then kicks out the new one. And when I get back, it automatically turns off the SIM that I bought in the UK. So they're management tools that make it easy, especially if, say, you travel a lot. But to be fair, most people
They'll
don't
switch to the iPhone.
Once they switch, they're done. Most people have never seen their SIM cards in years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not unlike us guys who are always switching SIM cards.
Yeah.
This would be a perfect podcast episode for an eSIM sponsor. That was a missed trick. I actually did one with Nomad eSIM a couple of weeks ago, and I'm actually using it right now, and it's been pretty good because it's so cheap as well. Because that's one thing that I do like about eSIMs is if you're traveling, you don't have to because before you'd have to kind of line up at the airport or you'd have to go somewhere else. With this, you literally within 30 seconds, you just buy the SIM and it's installed and you're ready to go. So as soon as you land, boom,
Yep.
you're ready.
Exactly.
Which is good from that perspective.
But the other thing too is that think about it this way: carriers can also push that activation directly, so you don't have to go buy a SIM, put it inside, and then call Verizon, T-Mobile to activate it. Right. So it's something where if I get an iPhone from my mom, I send it over to her. I'm at the store. I go to the store. They can activate it for her right there, right there. Which again, those are the benefits of having an eSIM because there's more management, there's more flexibility in there, and again, you get actually technically more battery as well.
Yeah, and pricing is at £999 or dollars. So it's what the iPhone 17 Pro started at last year. But there is no more iPhone Plus model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I knew,
I'm fine.
I'm okay with that.
I'm
too,
cool.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I feel like it was always kind of like that stepchild that was like right in the middle,
Yeah, it's kind of like it's interesting because I've not actually seen anybody with in the wild. I see people with iPhones, 16 Pros, Maxes, but I actually have not seen somebody with an iPhone 16 Plus, and that was the least selling as far as I'm aware as well in terms of numbers. So if you wanted a Plus model, then you can get the Air.
Yeah.
Or otherwise, you could just go for the Pros.
But it makes sense, right? It's like the iPhone 17 offers a base iPhone, or at least I'll call it not necessarily base because the specs now are really improved, but an iPhone that's also smaller. So if you want something smaller, and you just want a very good phone, that's it there. Then you have the Pro if you're going to the Pro level. But not everybody wants a Max. So you have that option of going something bigger, something smaller. And then if you're looking for something unique, then you have the Air. So it sets it quite well where users have better option selection than just going a Plus. And you're like, if I'm going to the Plus, I might as well go to a Pro. And then I might as well go to Pro Max if I want something larger. I think it's just an easier playing field for users to go, okay, I know what I can pick and choose.